Welcome everyone. Welcome to the Nzeni Digital channel on YouTube. Welcome back to another video that we have on the journey in creating a new digital marketing agency business. So today, I know it's been a while since I last posted, but there have been a lot of developments, and true to my word, I have finally registered a company. That's the big news. I registered a company officially. I was currently trading under an Nzeni Investments holding company that was affiliated with my parents' business, which isn't mine at all, and it was just something that they used for side hustling. But now I have registered my own business in South Africa. And the purpose of this video today is I want to take you through the step-by-step process and how I came to really register this, all the things that I needed to get in line before I registered my business, and all the documents I need to prepare and things I need to be mindful of, so I can share with you and make this process as easy for you as possible, so that I can show you how I continue on my journey. So today I'm going to be taking you through the platform that I use to register a business. So because now we live in such a digital society, since COVID came and left, there's been a lot changed in how countries decide that businesses should be conducted, and the availability of infrastructure on a digital space to really make it easy for someone to start up an online business and run it and have all the necessary documentation and facilitate the administrative things around running a business. They need to be online if your country as a whole and your economy as a whole is going to be globally competitive. If you're taking something like, I always use Estonia in the EU as an example, where you can have a completely electronic life. You can have an electronic ID, you can register a company online without even living there or having tax residency there initially. You're going to have to get tax residency at a point, but that's the thing about Estonia, is they're encouraging everything to be online. You can vote online, you can pay your taxes completely online, and you can choose your government online there without ever leaving your bedroom. And I know how it sounds a bit dystopian, whatever, to have everyone living in their bedroom, but that's what COVID did for us. It really changed the way that we approach business and the way we approach how to navigate opening companies. So today I'm going to show you these guys, company partners, a really great company in South Africa, which is a company that helps you register your company, and they have a whole list of other services that we're going to go through now. First, head to companypartners.co.za to get straight into it. Let's go. So first, we're going to look at really all the services that they have available. So you can, under company registration, they have new PTY company. You can register a shelf company if you want to save a name and use it at a later stage. You can do all your tax services on this website. You can do compensation for if you have any staff, compliance and security compliance in terms of different industries need different security certificates, as well as data protection services that you can comply there. You can hire them for accounting services. In South Africa, we have tenders where the government gives out contracts, and a BEE affidavit is Black Economic Empowerment Affidavit, to ensure that you hire enough Black, Colored, and Indian South Africans, and you have a nice mix of people in your company, so you can basically get business from the government through there. as well as a whole breadth of other services down to logo design, website design, e-commerce websites, and all your marketing services. So technically, Company Partners is my competition a little bit, but you know, there's plenty of us out there. I'm not hating, so let's get down to what exactly we're going to do today. So, what else I wanted to talk about in this service that Company Partners really offers is the reason I chose them is because you can completely do this process online. When you land on the Company Partners website, there's a form you fill in first to give your first name, last name, email, contact number, and when you want to be consulted. Um, as well as they give you a toll-free number if you want to call, and you can literally start a business and register a business over the phone. They have really great packages that they offer. If we scroll down, they have 120 services, and I'd like to highlight this one. So 880 rands. For only 880 rands, you could get a full company registered and compliant within 24 hours and start trading properly. If we go to learn more, you can see all what the vital services are that you actually need to start this whole process. For a new company, all you really will require is an ID, or a passport. If you're married, you'll need a marriage certificate. If you're married to a foreign national, you also need a CIPC number. This is CIPC ID and number is basically a form you fill in to reserve the name of your company. So I was really lucky that Nzeni Digital wasn't picked already by any company in South Africa. It's a very unique name, very proud of it. It wasn't my invention. Again, remember, it's my mom's. So I'm doing this all inspired by her. You will also get a tax number and an MOI. Although it says on this package that you'll receive a free tax number and MOI, this is different from getting a tax certificate. You will have to pay for this service additionally once your whole business is registered to basically have the ability to really, if you are signing up for a contract or there's a bid out, a tax certificate will need to be issued to show that you are compliant, you've paid all your taxes, you're not evading tax at all, and you're not bankrupt. This is very important for new business owners to prove their legitimacy and gain some standing in the industry. So something else that I'd want to show is getting the package. What do you exactly get for getting your company registered in 24 hours as they advertise? So you get full registration, all CIPC fees covered, company registration certificate, and a money back guarantee if you're not happy with the whole process. On top of this, you can get additional help through their support staff, which again, I was helped by very, very helpful staff at Company Partners. They really helped me get this through, as well as you can pay in additional packages to have a bank account opened for you. So in a week, you could have a working company with a bank account. I did not go for the bank account option as I wanted to weigh my own options, because once you go through Company Partners, they're going to streamline you directly to a specific bank to open your bank account with. And depending on what you want to do or the type of income that you're making, you might want to go for one bank over the other. So if I was you, I would think about what bank you'd want to go for based on their services ahead of time before you take this service that Company Partners offers, even though it's a really great offer and it's there, and all these packages are really great options. I mean, to facilitate this for you, and it's all above board. It's a solid thing to get done. I'm not the only one who's done it. A couple of my friends have registered businesses through this as well. Check out Ndali Developers from Swaziland. They're really great guys, and they've used this service before as well. Now I wanted to talk to you about basically the documents that you'll need when you're starting out. Um, in my case, I didn't want to essentially run by myself. So the way that company partners works is they work to a certain process that you'll need certain documents before you register. So when you go through this process of the company registration package, there are certain things that if you've studied business studies or went to business school in any way, they teach you the basics of this. Like you need the memorandum of association, so like things like certificates of incorporation, things like that, just agreements that have been set out by the initial directors of the company as an agreement for why the business has started and who are the stakeholders in the business. I essentially opened Nzeni Digital as myself as the main shareholder, with a friend of mine as a minority shareholder and part-time director, just so I can have a balance of power. And I have an intent to, I've left part of my shares in storage within my own company to be issued out at a later date to another company. So now I have, say, if I was, when you use company partners, you have the ability to tell them how many shares your company is going to be opened with. And if I choose 1,000 shares, I can issue 400 to myself and keep 600 in storage. Now, this 600 in storage is a very good thing to do to keep all your shares in storage and not as your own. So your company technically still has shares available. However, these shares can be used at a later stage to raise capital for yourself. So when you're a private company, you don't have the ability to run to the stock market and then make a public offering and people can just buy your shares on the stock exchange. So with a private company, no one really knows how many shares you have and no one knows what their value is. You dictate that, or an evaluation and an audit is done in your company to evaluate if your shares are the right price. Or you could just say to someone, give me R1,000,000, and then you'll get all the shares you want. So I think the smart thing to do when opening with company partners is really keep that volume of shares within your company to be used later as a revenue generating stream, so that you have some capacity for investors to come in and help you out in some capital when you need to go through a high growth phase, get some big machinery or get some new technology to really boost your business. On top of this, basically what I have done is they send you the template for the MOI, which is a Memorandum of Incorporation. It's a document they've prepared as a template for you, and then you'll fill in the details of the intention, who are the directors, what your intended share value is, and the amount of shares in the company. You send this back to them. They'll send you share certificate templates to create a document that is certified by the government and by the tax authority, and that you have issued this and this amount of shares to this and this amount of specific people. Therefore, if you're getting ready to issue shares to someone at the start and create a business with certain shareholders, that means you need to have all the IDs and documents of those people ready so that you can put them down the share certificate and just send it to them quickly. This is all the things that you need to prepare to get this done in 24 hours. For me personally, this thing took about 2 to 3 weeks because I didn't have all my documents prepared. I wanted to learn exactly how this process works, and I was in good contact with them, and I found really good people to help me out on the company partner side. After the share certificate is issued, you're basically done until you get the tax certificate. Now, To get the tax certificate, you will have to hand over power of attorney to company partners. Company partners will give you a form to act as your attorney to say to SARS, the Revenue Authority, that that they are a representative of you, and they have registered a company for you, and they're registering your tax number, and they can do your accounting if they want to on behalf of you, sign certain documents as your attorney. So you'll need to send over to them a template and a contract that signs them over as the power of attorney. Of attorney. Ugh. Ugh. So basically, after all of that's done, you send your share certificates to the necessary people in your business who are directors and shareholders, and you're done. You've got your registered company right there, and then you'll get a certificate to indicate that yes, this business exists, and you have a tax certificate, and you're ready to roll. If you have any questions on this, please feel free to contact me. I'd be more than happy to help and give any more detail about this, but I'm also happy that I've reached this stage of the business. I'm legally allowed to create contracts, even though I was allowed before as a sole trader, but now I do it as a PTY LLC. So depending on what country you are in, it's called differently. But in South Africa, it's a PTY Ltd, which is proprietary limited. In the US, it's called an LLC. I think it's British countries where it's called a PTY Ltd, but it's the same thing. It's limited liability, where if you're taxed or you go into bankruptcy, your business goes into debt, you are a separate entity from your business, and that gives you a certain amount of leverage and safety and security, and you should be good. So if you get messed over by a client, you have a level of a buffer between you and them, and you have the power to really show that you're serious about your graft in terms of how you position yourself ahead. Because again, with the tax certificate thing, when you need to bid for really high level big brand contracts, they're going to need a tax certificate from you. That has been today. Thank you so much for watching again. Please like, share, comment, subscribe, all of that. Please go to my website, nzenidigital.com. Reach out to me, nzenidigital@gmail.com. I'm still working on the domain. I'll tell you when we get there. And I'll see you in the next video with more detail on exactly how Nzeni Digital is doing and how we are building the community. I've had a few great calls, and I really want to share this with you guys about what we're building here. We're trying to build a community of designers, developers, marketers, and overall creatives to really get the community together and really learn from each other. Thanks. See you in the next one.